Yep, so go ahead and review that real quick. I'm going to give you a chance since I didn't tell you I was going to be skills checking you.
No, it's okay. I think I would do bad either way.
What? What are you talking about?
Oh.
What do you mean bad either way? Come on, Christina, you were the MVP.
I don't do this well. I'm pretty sure I don't.
Well, that's why you're here today. Okay, so do you mind closing that door so that way Zach talks super loud. He's just like the loudest assistant manager that we have. So I just want you to do it normal, like don't get nervous or anything. Just relax. So just to help you. So I'll just write down little things because, yeah, obviously following the manual is important, but now that you've been here for a little bit and you're starting to see people that you don't know, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So now there's a lot of little things that matter. So I'm just going to like watch you do it and I'll write a couple things down. But however you normally hold your book, so go when you're transitioning from knives to prices. So wherever you normally are. You have not filled out your little chart? Golly. We got to do that.
Where's the thingy?
I don't know. Where is the thingy? Cool.
This?
Sure. Is that where you normally are when you start on that other page?
I usually compare because you guys said to write them down. So, like, I usually kind of ad-lib this, but I write down.
That's fine. Tell me, so let's say, for example, you just finished explaining, like, the kitchen tools. So, like, you literally just finished explaining knives. What happens afterward?
I go to this page.
Okay, cool. And say what you normally say.
I don't read from this. I'll be like, what is this? This is really hard. I feel like I'm acting.
No, just do what you normally do.
Alright, so I guess I usually just look to this page and be like, these are some of the price comparisons that we have. We stop and shut, and I'll write them down.
Cool. Don't tell me what you do, just do it. So I just want to see exactly how it goes. I wish I could just go with you, but I mean, every time you have demos, I can't go. But
You can't?
No. But I'll send Zyla or someone to go watch. But I want to watch you do it now.
That's so embarrassing.
Why is it embarrassing?
So you have to talk in one person for that person you don't know, and then you have to talk in front of the person you know. It's just awkward.
There's only two kind of people in the world: people you know, and then people you don't know. So you just don't like talking to people in general.
Yeah.
What an interesting job to be in. But you're getting a lot better, I feel. Right?
That's what Zyla told me.
Oh, well.
She said I was getting better. Thanks.
There you go. Cool. So you just finished showing the homemaker and the kitchen tools.
Yes.
And now you're going to start doing price stuff. So go.
Okay, let's write it down.
Do you wanna like start on the kitchen tool so you can transition, or you know where you're going?
Yep.
All right, cool. I won't look at you if that helps. I'll just look at where the book is, but I won't look at you.
Okay.
So you have it pre-written down? Sometimes? Okay.
Yeah, but not sometimes I just write it down.
Like while you're there?
Yeah, most people just cut me off and they're like, can we look at the pieces? No.
Cool. I'll just show you how to handle that. So let's see this.
All right. That's cool. All right, so here we have some price comparisons between Lowestoft. The retail price, well, the suggested price is $3,435.
Sorry, I won't look at you.
And then Sean, the suggested price is $4,085. Sometimes you can find them on sale for like $2,800 or something like that. Alright. But as I said earlier, our Homemaker Plus 8 is our most popular set. It's great for families that cook 2 to 4 times a week. It has 10 basic tools. I explained earlier, 8 table knives, the wood block, and sharpener for straight edges. We also have our homemaker set without table knives. That fits you better. If you're considering a set of Cutco, would you prefer the set with the table knives or without?
I like the table knives.
All right, perfect. The great thing is that it doesn't cost $4,000 like you Wusthof or your Shun. In fact, it doesn't even cost us. Yeah, okay, that's what this is. This is so bad. The Homemaker Plus A set is only $12.12, paid in full, which includes sharpening. The most of our customers take advantage of our 5-month interest-free investment option, which is only $265 today, and that includes the tax. So,
Keep going. Wait, whatever you normally do.
well, usually they answer me.
But you didn't ask anything.
I know, but usually people interject by then. They're like, "Oh, okay. Well, let me think about that."
It's because you pause.
So then I let them think.
It's because you pause. That's why.
Really?
Yeah. But also a couple of other things. So let me take a guess. Cool. So whenever you do have a chance to get to the price of the homemaker set, if somebody gives you an objection, it's normally it's too expensive for knives, or is it's not in the budget? Which one? Mainly too expensive.
Okay. 99% of the people that I've seen have at least one piece of Cutco already.
Okay.
So they'll be like 1 to 3. So they'll be like, "Oh, we see, I already have those 3 things. So maybe like that isn't what I should get. I already have 3 of those. I already have 3 knives from it."
Got it. Okay.
So that's usually what it is.
Okay, cool. All right, so, well, we definitely need to work on your clothes for sure. Here, let me do the clothes for you, and then you can tell me what you notice is different. Cool?
Yes.
Let me use that as my scrap piece of paper.
Okay.
But I'm going to do the clothes as you. So, here, give me your manual. I obviously know it, but I'm going to do the clothes as Christina so you can see what it should look like. Cool?
Yes.
So, okay, and then I had a feeling we would need to go over names and uses. Not the whole thing, but it sounds like they might just, whatever you're saying in your names and uses just gets them thinking about only buying pieces versus sets. But also there's a very important part of the clothes that also helps build that up. So when I finish on page 7, I'm always over here. And so this is me as Christina.
Okay.
Ready? All right, so Miss Christina, let me review why I guess I'm Christina, so you're not. So you'll be Miss Chang. You'll be me. So, all right, Miss Chang, let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco. You'll always have a sharp, American-made knife that's comfortable, safe, and sanitary. Cutco is also guaranteed to last forever, so it'd be the last set of knives that you'd ever buy. And Cutco saves a lot of money. Most customers who buy Cutco eat out less. So if that saves $60 a month, that's $720 saved this year, and over 25 years, that would be over $18,000 in savings. Now, there's several reasons why customers choose sets, and some of those reasons are Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. Cutco sets also have built-in discounts, so it's cheaper. Sets come with a free cutting board and other free stuff. Sets are much safer because they come in a block or they come in a tray. And we also have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once. Now, when it comes to high-quality cutlery, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco's the top-rated, so we're only going to compare, obviously, to the top brands. So I do have a price comparison for our top competitors, Wusthof and Shun. Have you heard of them before? You have? Cool. So you already know they're super high quality products. These high quality sets are actually made overseas, and they're 2 of the top selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets which range in price, and Wusthof is actually the most popular one. The price for this Wusthof set, as you can see here, is $3,435, and sometimes you can find it on sale for just about $2,000. There are some major differences, however, between these brands, even though they're super high quality, and Cutco. And the major differences are that Wusthof is mostly straight edges, so they do need to be sharpened constantly, which is a hassle. They're also not recommended for the dishwasher, and the warranty really only covers defects. Now, in comparison, Cutco has our universal wedge lock handle, the exclusive double D edge, And we have our 4-part forever guarantee that also includes free sharpening. Now, Cutco owners will tell you that it's at least 10 times better than any knives they've ever used. Like my mom, she's had Cutco for over 6 years now, and she absolutely adores Cutco. Just considering the guarantee and these unique features here, most people would agree that it's at least twice as good as Wusthof. And when something offers twice the quality and value and lasts forever, you would expect it to be at least twice the price. And at twice the price, you're talking over $4,000 for a set of Cutco. Oops. For a set of Cutco. So let me show you what you get. As I said earlier, the Homemaker Plus 8 is the most popular set. It's perfect for families that cook 2 to 4 times a week, has the 10 basic tools that I explained earlier, 8 table knives, the wood block, and a sharpener for straight edges. We do also have a Homemaker set without table knives, but if you were considering a set of Cutco, would you prefer the set with table knives? Cool. So the great thing is that it actually doesn't cost $4,000. In fact, it doesn't even cost as much as the Wusthof price of $2,000. The Homemaker Plus 8 set is actually only $1,212 paid in full, which includes shipping. But most of the customers take advantage of our 5-month interest-free investment option, which actually is only $265 today, which includes tax. Now, we do have a bonus where if you buy now, I can give you a matching kitchen tool set, entertainer pack, or super shears for free. Now, Ms. Chang, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you, would you like to try out the Homemaker set today and get your free gifts? So what's different? What do you notice is different?
Everything.
Yeah, so was there anything specific that, sounded maybe better or looked better than what you were doing before?
Yeah, you show, you when you're holding it, you're like this. Like on the screens.
Mhm.
Our Homemaker.
Yeah.
And then you were whatever you read, you made them visualize it.
Yeah, exactly. So the main thing is you always want to keep their focus on the book. And one of the things that I wrote down here is page 8. So page 8 is super, super important. Now, if you're not, if you haven't been in sales before, then you're like, oh, it just sounds like a ton of jibber jabber or whatever. It's not super important. But here's why page 8 is super important. So over here in the beginning, when you say, let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco, in your head, you're like, I just spent 30 minutes telling them why the hell Cutco is amazing. Why do I need to tell them again? Your customers didn't go through 2 days of knife training. Who went through 2 days of knife training? You, right? So you obviously know, but do they know? No. And even if you already said it, maybe they didn't listen to you the first time, There's certain phrases and things that I say in my demos so many times that my customers tell me, okay, Mary Lou, I get it, but to me, that's a positive thing because then I'm like, okay, they understand, right? One of the things I always say over and over is, Ms. Jones, and that's what makes Cutco, so expensive is the fact that it's American made, or that's what makes Cutco so expensive, da, 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 da. And I'll just, continue to say that word to build a price expectation. And we're only by the guarantee page, and they're already like, okay, Mary Lou, I got it. Cutco's an expensive product, but now later I want to go talk about the price. It's, nothing crazy, but those are all things that help build the value. So that's the first thing here on page 8 is you need to rebuild the value. That's what I wrote down, which is why these top bullets up here are super important. In training, I don't know if you remember, and I'll give you this paper, that way you can keep it for your notes, but whenever the value is less than the price, people always say no, right? That's like if somebody was selling a 1993 200,000 miles Toyota Camry 2-door with a broken window for 25 grand. Does the value equal the price? What's less, the value or the price? Right? And if you bought that car, everybody would tell you you're what? Dumb and crazy, right? Nobody's going to go for that. When the value is equal to the price, people sometimes buy. That's a maybe. That's like you saw a shirt you really like, it's on sale, and it's the price you'd expect it to be. You just look at it, you'd be like, maybe, You're not all for it gung-ho, right? But when do people always buy most likely to buy is when the value, is greater than the price. That's like if you saw a Rolls Royce for 25 grand, right? between the Toyota and the Rolls-Royce, the price didn't change, the value did. And so you'd be more likely to say yes and spend 25 grand on Rolls-Royce than you would on the Toyota. It wasn't necessarily a price thing. It was all just about the value, okay? So one of the reasons why your customers aren't choosing to buy sets is simply because they don't see the value in it, okay? So this will help you just build the value in Cutco, and that's why this page here is so important, it helps you do that. So think about it like this. If you had like a little chart, right? So this is value, and this is price, and they're equal to each other. When you first start the demo, and people see it's kitchen stuff, obviously these are homeowners, they bought kitchen stuff before, where is their price expectation, high or low? High, right? So like, okay, it's here. So when you do your demo, everything until page 7 pretty much builds value up to here if they weren't really paying attention all that much, right? So then we go to page 8, and whenever you go through these little bullets right here, imagine that it just increases the bar just a little bit over the price. Cool? Now we'll move to the next section, which is there are several reasons why customers choose sets. Why do a lot of my customers choose sets? Because I constantly have them focusing and looking at the sets. So whenever I'm talking in this section, what am I doing with my pen? I'm like pointing at it, they're looking at it. And that's why I like to be on this page, because all you see are sets on here, right? And they're not looking at the price comparison just yet. They're gonna look at this and they're gonna see prices when I want them to, not before. Here I want them on sets, later we'll talk about prices. Make sense? So now that they have the value in sets, and notice all I did was read this word for word. And did it look unconfident? No, right? Sometimes people are like, well, if I read it, I don't know, people are just not gonna think I know what I'm talking about. You can still sound confident when you're reading. You don't need to memorize it in order to feel confident. Although you should definitely memorize this. It's been a while now. So, but if you still need this on your demos, I'd rather you follow this until you have it, all the way through. So once we go through this, pretend it builds the value just a little bit more over the price, right? Now, whenever you're doing the comparisons, this is huge, and this is why some people, when they're brand new, they kind of don't close on homemakers that much, or people don't see the value in why Cutco and not other brands all that much, is that whenever they're doing their comparison. So you have to build up our competitors, okay? So other people I've seen, like, they'll just naturally tear them down. They'll be like, yeah, these people suck, Cutco's better. And you don't want to do that. You're more neutral. You just kind of just say, oh, this is what stuff we compare to them. This is the price. So you don't necessarily tear them down, but you don't build them up either. Here's why you want to build them up. At the end of this page, we tell them, hey, here's why Cutco's better, right? But you want to think about the higher you make the competitors, the higher they're going to see Cutco, because you're telling them that we're better at the end of that page. Does that make sense? So that's why we go through it. So it's not just like, oh, let me show you what's out there for the price reasons. Again, it's for the value reasons. So it's not necessarily this, it's what they get for what they pay. So what you're just trying to show them in this page is like, yeah, these sets, they have like awesome features, and you're going to pay a lot of money, but at the end of the day, the value is not really worth it because it's missing X, Y, Z. Cutco has really awesome features too, and it's not even that much, and you get all these extra features with it that basically make us better than this brand here. And since we are twice the quality, you'd probably expect us to be like, what, twice the price, right? Twice the price, you're talking about $4,000. So here you're basically, again, setting that price expectation for customers so they realize, okay, if Cutco were sold in stores, this is how much it should cost. So by writing down the 4,000, and notice I don't write down the competitor stuff on here because it's already here. So I just go straight to the 4,000 and then I write Cutco. Now, then we go to the next page, page 9, which is selecting the best option here. So you said, okay, so I didn't write it down. Let me write that down so you can have this for your notes. But so the table knives, you said.
Oh, I know. I shouldn't have said that.
Okay, cool. So was that just because you were nervous?
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
So it's like, oh, I'm not supposed to say that.
Yeah. So just remember always that you're the knife expert, okay? Sometimes when you go to your demo, you're like super scared of your customers. Maybe not you, but just people in general. Reps are kind of scared of their customers and like what they're gonna say. But again, remember you're the one that went through 2 days of knife training. I don't care how long they've been on this earth. Like unless they went through the 2 days of knife training, like they don't know more about knives than you do. Like, do you think they all know what a rivet is or a tang or about all the plastic and stuff? No, right? So when you get to this section here, you kind of have leeway to tell them like what they need. You know, there's customers that have told me like, oh, I don't think I'd use those, and I'm like, seriously, you do this? Like, of course you're gonna use them, and they're like, really? I'm like, yeah, of course, and they're like, okay, and they take your advice because you're the knife expert, right? So I always just assume they're gonna get table knives. So I say we do also have a homemaker set, you know, without table knives. But I mean, if you were considering a set of Cutco, would you want the one with the table knives? So it's more like suggestive versus like, yeah, you know, you can get this if you want, or if you feel like that works better for you. Like you kind of got to command a little bit, okay? So then, yeah, and then when I go here, this is super important too, visually for the customer. This is another thing that helps with if they think it's too expensive or a price issue, is whenever you cross it out on the paper, and then you cross out the competitor price, then you write down homemaker +8, the full price, cross that out, and then circle the 265. Because remember, they just spent like 30 minutes with you, so they may or may not be paying attention. So you need to write it down because it's all about visual, all about visual. Sometimes it's not even like what you're saying, but it's how you say it, what you're showing them, all right, and then how you're making it receptive to them. So like, in what way are they, you know, receiving the words that you're giving them? So, so what I would suggest for you is we're gonna practice this one more time together, implementing all this. So basically, following the manual, pointing at the pictures, and writing the prices down. And then after that, I want to see your names and uses because most of your customers, you said they don't have a set of Cutco, they have like 1 or 2 pieces, right? Cool. So you have a huge opportunity to sell them sets, and I'm going to show you how. But that's not going to work unless we get the close down. Once the close is down, you know, then we'll hop over to names and uses. So, any questions so far? Do you see why like every part of the close is important now? Yeah. So psychologically for the customer, you need every single part. That's why in training we tell you guys there's 3 golden pages. This one, and then your recommendations.
Yeah.
8 and 9 determines how much you'll sell, and 16 determines how many customers you're going to have to call in the future. So let's hop back over here, page 10, and I want to go on page 8. So we get this right the first time, then we can move on to names and uses, and then you just continue to practice this, and we'll skills check you again the next time you come to the office just to make sure that you got it down and you didn't forget what you learned. Cool? So for you, sorry I wrote in your book. That's like, I do that all the time by accident. So we got to get that value larger than the price. Cool? Let's do it. Cool? Just read. Come on.
I know, but like I don't feel like since you have a lot of like vocal inflections when you talk, I don't.
You don't need that. You just need to just look confident, really. So, and you don't need to like stare at them or anything like that. But I think one thing that'll help you for sure sound more confident, period, is just don't pause in between every paragraph. You know, you say a price, don't pause to get their reaction. I feel like you're waiting for their reaction to then move forward. You don't need to do that. You're the one that sets the pace of like what happens in the demo. So you don't need to pause. You just keep going. It's okay to pause when you ask them a question, though. Like, would you want the one with table knives? And then you're like, okay, cool. And then you move on to the next thing. But cool. And then I'll remind you of just like that. I don't even know where I'm pointing half the time. I just want them to look at this.
Oh.
Yeah. So I'll help you throughout in case you forget something. Cool?
Cool. Okay.
Sure, I'm Chang. That's my name.
That's how you say it?
Chang?
How do you say it?
My last name, Chang.
Oh, okay.
I thought there was only one way to say my last name. I mean, you could say Chang, but that's weird. It's Chang.
Chang.
Like cha-chang,
Big money.
Yeah, you got it.
So Ms. Chang, let me review why so many people choose to invest in Cutco. We always have sharp American-made knives that are comfortable, safe, and sanitary.
You already sound more confident, by the way. I swear, I'm not even making this up. All right, go.
Cutco is guaranteed to last forever, so it would be the last set of knives you'd ever buy. And Cutco saves a lot of money. Most customers who buy Cutco eat out less. If that saves $60 a month, that's $720 saved this year.
Don't worry if you stumbled, since you haven't been reading it, like it's not like
Yeah.
coming naturally to you, but the more you read it, the more natural it's gonna get, okay?
Okay.
Cool.
Over
So
25 years, you'll save $18,000. There are several reasons why so many customers choose sets. Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. The sets are built in. Oh my god.
What?
Okay. Whenever I see stuff like twice and I'm reading, my brain like wants to cut off the words I've seen already.
Is it when you see sets so many times in a row?
Yes.
Got it, okay. Well, if that, you need to say set at some point in that sentence, just so you get the word set in their head. Set, 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 set. The more you say set, the more likely they're going to buy sets. The more they see sets, more likely they're going to buy sets. So you can even say.
To say set, because saying stuff consecutively.
What if you say a word before it? Would that help?
I guess.
Like try saying Cutco sets, then say sets, then say your set. Try that. See if that works.
Okay.
You want to write it down maybe? See if that helps?
I got it.
Okay, cool. All right, cool.
Cutco sets have the right tool for the right job. Sets have a built-in discount, so it's cheaper. Sets come with free cutting boards and other free stuff. Sets are much safer because they come in a block or tray. And we have interest-free monthly investment options, so you don't have to pay for it all at once.
Perfect. Cool.
Read.
Yeah, keep going. We're going to do all of 8 and 9.
Okay. When it comes to high-quality cutlery, it's like anything else. There's a wide variety of quality and prices. Cutco is top-rated, so we only compare to the highest quality brands.
And make sure that when we start talking about these, you need to make sure you build them up. So, like, I don't know, you can do something with your hand. I don't know what you want to do. However, you show that these are really good. You can even just say, these are the best, whatever you want.
All right, so I don't really know how to do that.
Which one?
Like, just build them up.
Okay, then just read for now. Yeah, just do that.
Okay. I have a price comparison for our top 2 competitors, Woodstock and Shun.
That sounded fine, by the way. Like, when you said top, you were like, these are our top 2 like,
Okay.
yeah, cool.
Have you heard of them before?
I think I might have seen them.
Okay. These high-quality sets made overseas are 2 of the top-selling brands in stores. Each brand has different types of sets, which range in price. Woodstock is the most popular. The price for the Woodstock set is $3,435, and sometimes you can find it on sale for $2,000. And the price for Shun is $4,085. Sometimes you can find it on sale for $2,800. Right. Woodstock has mostly straight edges, so they need to be sharpened constantly, which is a hassle. They are not recommended for the dishwasher, and warranty is on manufacturing defects only. In comparison, Cutco has our unique wedge lock handle, exclusive double D stay sharp edge, and we have 4-part forever guarantee, including our free sharpener. Cutco owners will tell you that it's 10 times better than any knives they've ever used.
P.S. Does your family have Cutco?
My cousins, yeah.
Oh yeah, how long do they have them for?
A
long time. So whenever I get to that part of that section, you know how I commented on my mom?
Yeah.
I always like to comment on somebody that's had it for a while. So you can say Cutco owners will tell you that it's 10 times better than anything they've ever used. Like my cousins, they've had them for, I don't know, forever.
Yeah.
And then you can move on. So say that sentence again. It helps.
This one? Alright. Cutco owners will tell you that it's 10 times better than any knives they've ever used. Like my cousin, she's had her Cutco since before she's gotten married, so 15 plus years.
Oh, wow.
Alright.
And then you just keep going.
Alright.
You're doing a good job. Why do you think you're doing a bad job? If you're doing a bad job, I'll be like, Christina, you suck. Quit. But if I don't tell you that, then you're good. Keep going.
Just considering the guarantee and unique features, most people would agree that Cutco is at least twice as good as Woodstock.
You threw your
Is this
pen.
Yeah, is this what we read this down?
Yeah, there you go.
That's right.
Okay. I saw you throw something. I'm like, oh, she got angry at her clothes.
We have something. What does it say? Oh, did I read this? The last sentence?
No, so when you're if something offers twice the quality,
Yeah.
that's where you're at.
Yep.
Okay. Is that what you said?
Yep.
I bet. Go ahead. So if something offers.
Twice the quality and value. Oh no, that's not what I said. But I know what I'm supposed to say next. Like I'm supposed to say you would expect that it'd be twice the price.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, cool. Well, you need to write that down.
4,000.
Yeah. So the way that I teach people to write it down is 4,000, right? Because that's the price you want them to focus on right now.
Mhm.
Because like when we do recommendations, we tell them 300, and we're like, oh, just kidding, 2030 is fine. It's like the same thing, except with prices, so that they're more comfortable with the smaller one. But when you show them visually, like how it's actually smaller, then it's more likely that they're gonna buy. Cool. So
Okay.
$4,000.
Um,
Now you may move on to page 9.
As I said earlier, our Homemaker Plus 8 is our most popular set. It's perfect for families that cook 2 to 4 times a week. It has 10 basic tools I explained earlier, 8 tool knives, the wood block, and a sharpener for straight edges. We also have a Homemaker set without knives. I don't really know.
Okay, you're not so good ones.
Okay. Okay, never mind. If you're considering a set of Cutco, would you prefer a set with the table knives?
Yeah, I like the table knives.
Alright, perfect. The great thing is that it doesn't cost $4,000. In fact, it doesn't even cost as much as Woodstock at $2,000.
I'm crossing that. There you go.
It's my choice.
Yeah, and well, in this part, if you want to put the book down, you can. I just got used to writing with one hand, but you can put it down if you want.
The Homemaker Plus 8 set is only $12.12, and which is in full. Oh, okay. Sorry. The Homemaker Plus 8 set is $12.12 paid in full, which includes shipping. But most of our customers take advantage of our 5-month interest-free investment option, which is only $265 today.
Now, as soon as you do that, flip it and show it to the customer.
Okay. And then what do we do?
You keep reading. Go ahead.
That's it.
No, it's not.
Oh, the bonus.
Yeah, see, that's kind of like your area of opportunity there. You like wait for them to respond to you, but you didn't even ask anything. Remember in training the 7 steps to making a sale? Do you remember that whole thing? What was number 7? Do you remember?
Ask them.
You have to ask them, because if you don't ask, what's the answer going to be? Exactly. That's why you got no's, because you didn't ask. Sometimes you ask and they say no, but at least you get closer to a yes. So it goes straight from saying 265 to. So let me tell you about our buy now bonus, or however it says it in there.
Okay, we have a bonus where if you buy now, I can give you a matching kitchen tool set, entertainment pack, or super shears for free.
Okay, now that's really worded.
Miss Shane, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you. Would you like to try our Homemaker Plus 8 set today and get your free gifts?
Yeah.
Awesome! Congratulations! You're going to love your Cutco.
So do you like that closing question, or do you want to change it? Because there's like 100 different ways you can ask for the order.
Alright, let's see some ways.
More ways? Well, you can, easiest thing that I do whenever somebody's new is when you go to talk about, here, let me see your manual. So when you go to talk about this over here, the 5-month interest-free investment option, instead of calling it that, you're going to call it the deposit program, okay? And then when you go to close, you want me to say it first, and then we figure out if you like that, and if you do, then we'll write it down? Okay, cool. So instead you'd say, the Homemaker Plus 8 set is only $12.12 paid in full, which includes shipping, but most of our customers take advantage of our fully refundable deposit program, which is only $265 today and includes tax. Lets you try out the whole entire set for 15 business days. And if you like it, you can keep it and continue to pay it off over 5 months or in full. And if you hate it, you send it back. And worst case, you got free Cutco, for 3 weeks. So we do have a bonus where if you buy now, I can actually give you a matching kitchen tool set, entertainer pack, or super shears for free. Now, Miss Christina, I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't ask you. Would you want to try out the Homemaker set in full, or did you want to just try it out with a deposit program? So that's normally how I teach new people if they don't like this one.
Okay.
Do you like that better?
Yeah.
Okay, then let me show you exactly how to do that. So here, we're going to take this out. Take advantage of our fully refundable. Now, the reason why it sounds better to say deposit program versus investment option is when people think of investments, what do you think they think of? A lot of money, exactly. Whereas if you're like, oh, our fully refundable deposit program, just sounds a little bit more comfortable. And then at the end, instead of saying this, you can say, did you want to try out the set with the deposit program or in full? Cool. That's pretty much what you say. Do you feel like you'd be more comfortable reading that versus would you like to try out your Homemaker set today? I mean, whichever one you're most comfortable with. Because again, it's the point is to ask them, but whichever one you sound most confident with is the one that's going to be the most effective. But you just need to ask.
Okay.
So that's your area of opportunity there is you're not asking for the order. So they technically have never said no to you, but they've technically never said yes to you at the same time. So cool. Did you learn something with your closing? Yeah? Mm-hmm. What is the biggest thing you took away that you're going to implement on your next appointment?
Everything.
Which is what?
That's
for you.
So keep them engaged.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to ask them about pieces. That's a man.
Yeah.
And then write this down.
Yeah.
Build them up so it wasn't doing that at all.
Mm-hmm.
I figured people already know who Good is since this would be bad.
Well, yeah, but some people don't.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And some people forget. Like, I've had people forget that we have a forever guarantee. And they, like, throw their knife away. I'm like, what are you doing? You have, like, a forever guarantee. They're like, we do? Like, well, that's, like, why you bought it. I don't understand. You know? So you just have to remind them, even if they already own Cutco. So you ready to go to names and uses? Or are you, like, information overload? Let's do that next week.
Yeah, we can do it.
Okay, cool. So I'm not going to have you do the whole names and uses, but when you've seen your customers that own Cutco, what do they normally own? Those three? Is it like all of them own that? Really?
Yeah, or just
Did they all have the same Cutco guy?
I don't even know. Most of them have these three or
Got it. Okay, cool. So basically, whenever you're seeing Cutco owners, if they only have a couple pieces, this is how I do it, but there's like a ton of different ways that you can show Cutco owners to buy more Cutco. If they only have a few pieces, there doesn't disqualify them from being able to still buy a Homemaker set from you. Okay? Sometimes new people are like, well, then they should only buy the rest of the set, right?
Yeah.
In my head, if somebody only has like one or two pieces of Cutco, it's more worth it for me to do a trade-in with them. So I'll take their 1 to 3 pieces of Cutco. I'll give them a discount on the Homemaker set. They'll get brand new pieces and a Homemaker set and free stuff and a discount and a cutting board, you know?
Yeah.
And then I now have 3 pieces of Cutco that I can send back to the factory, get them resharpened, and boom, now I have more Cutco in my set, you know? Or you can offer, if they don't want to do a trade-in because they wanted to keep those knives, you can tell them, you know, Miss Jones, here's the beauty about Cutco is since you're already a Cutco owner, we're going to hook you up with a really amazing deal. So I'm going to go ahead and show your homemaker set. You actually already have a couple of pieces in the homemaker set. Now, here's what's cool is at the end when we talk prices, if you decide on when you decide to get your set, the pieces that come extra, I can actually send you a gift box, and you can just put them in there and give it away as a gift, and now you have a free Cutco Christmas gift you can give away to somebody else based on the pieces you already have. Which we can do that with almost any combination, of knives in there, or we can find the gift box that matches. So if somebody has like a trimmer and a paring knife and a spatula, I'll tell them, we can box those up. You can give them away as gifts. And I just explained to them, I'm like, we can, piece out the set and see how much it's going to be, but you're going to be spending extra money just because the sets already come discounted. Cool. So when you have been seeing Cutco owners, what have you been doing whenever you get to the homemaker? Do you just kind of like skip it, or what do you normally do?
Yeah, it's pretty skip it.
Pretty much skip it.
I want to say like 3 or 4 people already had the homemaker, and so I showed them like this, like I said, but they're like, oh, that's so long. You don't cook that much.
Got it. Okay. So 3 have been homemakers, but they're usually pieces. Okay. Do you feel like with what I told you, people would be more open to seeing the set if they already had pieces? Okay, cool. If somebody already has a homemaker set, that's a little bit different. The first thing that I always do is, how in the beginning you always ask people, do you cook because you have to, like to, or love to? I always use that as like a leeway to find out specifically what they cook and how often they actually cook. Because remember, you're the knife expert, right? If we're going off that philosophy, if your customer says, oh, we really wouldn't use that, they just don't see the value in them having that tool. But if it's somebody that cooks more than like 3 times a week, like they probably do need a signature set, okay? Here's why. So the homemaker is designed for people that don't cook at all. In my head, it's really like super basic if you think about it. You've got a small knife for the air, a small knife for the cutting board, a medium knife for the cutting board, a large knife for the cutting board, sandwich maker, 2 forks, something for heavy stuff, something to chop, a bread knife, and then you got your table knives. That's like a basic set, If somebody actually enjoys cooking a little bit, like if they say they like cooking, to me in my head, I'm like, that's a signature set. Why? Is it comes with the basic stuff, but if somebody likes to cook, they're going to love these 3 knives right here, okay? Have you ever used these 3 before? Never, ever? Okay, that's probably step 1, is we have to set a contest for you to win one of these knives. In my personal opinion, the first knife that you should get from the signature set is either this one or this one. This one, probably the easiest one to win right now. It's the one that's most accessible to you, and we can set up a contest, but that knife is badass. It's awesome. So you have to use them, obviously, because if you use them, then your assignment is naturally going to shine through. So do you use your samples at home or no?
Yeah.
You do? Mom uses them? Yeah? Yeah.
My mom cooks them.
So she loves them, right?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to set a contest. You're going to win that cheese knife, and you're going to take that cheese knife home to your mom, and you're going to be like, Mom, try this. Watch her freak out. I'm telling you. It's crazy.
She loves cheese.
Really?
She probably won't even, my mom freaking, we have like a side of the fridge for cheese.
Okay, I'm going to do something even better. So I'm going to let you borrow my cheese knife. I'm going to let you borrow it. You're going to take it home. You're going to have your mom cut a potato with the trimmer, and then you're going to have her cut a potato with the cheese knife.
Okay.
You're going to tell me what happens.
Recording.
Yeah, you should. She's going to be like, what? Is she animated? Yeah, so I'm telling you, like, whenever you do that on demo, you're like, here, try this. And they're like, oh, that was pretty easy. And you're like, now try this. They're like, oh my gosh. They're like, what is this? Like, that's the cheese knife. Not only is it holy, but
Yeah.
not only is it holy, but it's the best. I love that thing. So, and you're going to sell more signature sets if you have that, or you'll get more upgrades to the signature sets. because you have it. Anybody that owns a homemaker set, I mean, like 9 times out of 10, they're going to add a cheese knife at some point. And if you can get them on a cheese knife, it's easy to get them to upgrade to the signature set. Also, here in Texas, people eat a lot of steak. So whenever somebody's had a homemaker set, have they had it with table knives or steak? Probably not steak knives. Table knives, right? So something you can ask them is like, do you like the feel of the small table knife, or are you used to something a little bit more traditional and heartier? Like whenever you have your steak dinners, do you enjoy taking these table knives out, or do you wish you had something larger? But yeah, most people do, which is why the company actually came out with the steak knife in 2012. So being a new rep, you don't really know like when stuff came out, but like the homemaker set stayed the same. With the signature set and the complete set, before you couldn't get steak knives. You could only get table knives. Steak knives came out in 2012. So if they got it like 5, 6, 7+ years ago, then they don't even know that steak knives exist. When did they have Cutco for? How long have they had Cutco for? Oh, like they've had it for a while. Yeah, so that's another cool thing with the larger sets is they just don't know like the stuff that it even comes with, because they've only had their homemaker set and they don't even know about all these fun little pieces right here. For me, I don't personally like opening up the whole entire thing because it looks a little intimidating. So whenever I'm going to talk about the complete set, I always fold this page. Hey, Alec. Hey, what's up? All right, you're good. Don't rush. I'm in a PC with Christina, so I'll see you when you get here. All right, bye. So every time I'm going to talk about the complete set, I like to fold it like this. So I tell them, all right, Ms. Jones, you already have a homemaker set, and you said you like to cook or you love to cook? Love to cook, and you have our homemaker set? That's literally my reaction. I'm like, you have our homemaker set? I mean, you can react however, whatever your personality is, but to me, I'm just kind of like, that's for people that don't cook. Ms. Jones, like, oh, and I'm always like, you're going to love what I'm about to show you. And I'm like, so just so you have an idea, Ms. Jones, this is what you have. Obviously, very basic. And even if it's not obvious to them, now it will be. So obviously, very basic. So with our complete set, this is actually what it looks like. So it comes in a bigger block, and you can get table knives that you already have, or you can upgrade fully to steak knives. And it comes with everything you have, plus the extra fun tools. So it comes with the Hardy slicer over here. So do you ever have a hard time like getting through something a little bit tougher, and you don't really want to use your butcher knife like a squash or pepperoni or something like that? Cool. That's what you're going to use that for. And you kind of just do like a mini names and uses with that. But we're not going to skip sets completely because they have a homemaker set. We're still going to try and sell them on the larger ones using the same process that we do with a homemaker set. We do names and uses, and then we close. Cool. So that's what you're going to do. So there's actually a video, and I don't know if you've seen it. It's like 20 minutes, and it's selling to Cutco owners. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
Oh, you did see it? Got it. Cool. Perfect.
One time I went to see someone at home.
Yeah, so you always want to just close them on the same thing. Now, if they don't want, a homemaker again, then that's fine. We just do the same sales process, but with another set. Because if you think about it, the homemaker set, they weren't initially interested in it. You're just closing them on that, and you got them interested. How? By doing names and uses. So we're going to build up everything the same way, and then we're just going to build them up on another set, and we're going to close using the same process. Now, when you're seeing Cutco owners, the second thing besides names and uses that's important is when you're talking about this stuff here. Do you skip this at all with Cutco owners?
No, I still read them.
You still read that? Okay, cool, perfect. So just making sure that you do, because again, they forget. You need to rebuild the value. And then do you skip this? No. Okay, you still do everything else. The only thing you really skip is just like sets, right? So when you do see the Cutco owners, you just like, so what else do you need? Or like something like that. Yeah.
I'll show them the homemaker, and we have that. Well, I already did. they have it. So then I'll just show them like, this is a homemaker, which you already own. Yeah, so then I just start the page. I'm like, okay.
Got it. Okay, cool. So now instead of doing that, you can say, Miss Jones, so you already have the homemaker set. Now remind me one more time. Do you cook because you like to, love to, have to? Love to, cool. And then now what do you do if you were in that demo?
Talk to them about show them what they see.
Yeah, there you go. And then you just tell them why they need each one. And then in that case, then here's what you do is you're going to say, all right, so at the end, the same way you do with the homemaker set, you're like, so can you see how you'd probably benefit from using these tools? Cool. So here's what I want to do, Miss Jones, is I want to go ahead and you can do one of two things. You can either go straight into closing and close them on this, or you can create a Cutco wish list. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to say, so Miss Jones, if Cutco were free falling from the sky, we're going to make a list of all the things that you would ideally like to have in your Cutco kitchen. So do you feel like the signature set with the steak knives or the table knives? The table knives is best for you. Steak knives, cool. Whatever. Then you go through the whole entire book. And then, so steak knives. And then you can close on it the same way I just said, or you make a list. You call me, I give you a deal, whatever. Then you go to close with whatever price you have here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Gotcha. And so that's what I would do with Cutco owners. But you do have to resell them. So some people are just like, well, they have it, so they know. They don't. You have to pretend like Miss Jones is dumb. Sometimes. She's not, but like, kind of.
Yeah.
A little bit. She forgets.
She doesn't know, yeah.
She doesn't know. Who knows? You do, because you're Christina freaking Roberts, the MVP of last week. You know what I mean? So, do you have any appointments set up so far for this week?
One on Saturday, but Sal told me that I'm not supposed to do them on Saturday because that's my day off. But I already told her I did it.
Well, if you booked it, then whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't, it's not like you can't work on the days that you're supposed to have off. But I typically just tell people, like, if you're going to be off that day, take it off. But if it was, like, a good customer, only day they can do it type deal, then cool, go do it. That's fine. So you have one for Saturday. Does she own Cutco already?
No. It's not yet. I know she doesn't.
She doesn't?
Mm-mm. But she cooks every single day.
Oh, really?
We go to her house for, like, Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, everything. She cooks
Do you know what she's going to
first.
buy, probably?
I don't know. If I can do this well enough.
What do you mean? It's not about you. People buy it because of Cutco, not because of you.
I know, but still, if I don't put some too.
Does she know your cousins that own Cutco?
No.
She's from the other side?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So, you think she does?
It's my dad's side, so no.
No? So, let me ask you a question. So, based on how your demos were before we sat down and checked everything, you feel like she probably wouldn't buy a homemaker set or wouldn't buy a set in general?
No, I think she would buy set. Depending, because I don't know what she has.
You don't know if she has Cutco?
Looking at her kitchen, like, I don't see Cutco. The block doesn't look the same, so I'm pretty sure it's not Cutco.
Yeah, she needs to upgrade to
She
some
does.
Cutco. You know what I smell? Homemaker or more. What does she do for a living?
She works at a daycare. But,
Cool.
like, they're really involved with, they own the church.
She owns a church.
Her and her husband own a church, yeah.
That's like recommendation central. And, yo, she's for sure going to buy a set. Like, Auntie needs to buy a set.
I don't really talk to her, though. Because my parents just got divorced. So, like, I stay with my mom's side. I don't go to her house for anything anymore. But she says she would, like, she's like, oh, yeah, you can come over. And I was like, cool, I'm bringing Dad. I'm going to take my dad so it's not awkward.
Yeah.
But, like, he won't be there.
That's fine. Hey, you know what? I did a demo for my 8th grade theology teacher that I made cry. And she bought $1,500 for me and gave me 15 recommendations. I'm pretty sure you didn't make your aunt cry. and call her fat like I did to my 8th grade theology teacher, okay? So if my 8th grade theology teacher, who should hate me, gave me Rex and bought $1,500 from me, and this is your aunt who like loves your dad obviously and clearly cares for you. Yeah, she loves you too. Like, come on. And you know what? If she doesn't buy a set, like, you're probably gonna get some baller recommendations.
Yeah, I think so too. But honestly, I think she's gonna buy something like, you know those people who go Black Friday shopping? Like it's Thanksgiving, they're like, oh my god, that's the, like we're done eating dinner and they're like have the magazines on the table, we're like, we have to go. So I'm like, maybe like if I just go talk to her, she'll really like this.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Just hang out with her.
She's gonna be. That sounds like a great customer.
I hope.
No, don't say that. You're not allowed to say hope anymore.
Why?
Because you need to just know it. 80% of the battle sales is in your mind.
Okay.
Swear.
I listen to my favorite song before I go into this.
That's positive. What's your favorite song?
I have a lot.
Well, what's like your demo song?
It changes.
Really?
Yeah.
What is it this week?
I've been listening to this artist. You probably never heard of her. It's her name's like. It's not a name. You have to like spell it. ABRA.
ABRA. Abra. You don't really know?
I don't know how to say it now. But usually it's like some Jay Gilman. I love Jay Gilman.
Is it like upbeat music, more chill?
Oh, this is like
Oh, okay. So you're into like house stuff ish?
I like everything.
Oh.
I'm really Jake Owen is my favorite.
I can only listen to rap music before a demo. Or this song right here. Everyone makes fun of me. Whenever I've taken people field training, they're like, you are super weird. So these are my 2 demo songs. You ready? You're going to take a peek into the mind of Mary Lou. This is scary. So I sing this while I'm driving, and then the next one is the one that I play when I'm in the driveway, okay? So this is my driving song. Hold on, it's a commercial. It's on YouTube. It's an ABBA song. Do you know this song? So it's super old. I don't know why this is. It gets me excited. But have you seen the movie with Anne Hathaway and Steve Carell and their spies?
Yeah.
So he plays this song in the movie and he's walking super determined, and it just always made me laugh. So it's my demo song. Well, that's the driving song, and then the one for when I pull up to the house and I'm sitting. Yeah, I pull up to the house, I'm sitting in the driveway. Is this one right here. It's like everybody's pump up song. It's nothing special. You don't know what this is?
Not yet. I know.
Let me fast forward.
Words in my head. Okay. Yeah.
You're like, Mary Lou, you're so basic. You're like, you might as well just go buy pumpkin spice latte right now. Basic girl. Basic girl in a basic world. Cool. So, you're going to read your 8 and 9 now. Build up your competitors. Write stuff down. I feel like you're going to be on the newsletter this week.
I don't know.
What do you mean?
I'm trying.
That's all I ask. Yeah, try your best and forget the rest. You know who used to hate making calls? Oh, how'd you know? Oh, yeah, she used to hate it. Now she's good at it. She just can't make calls in front of me, but I make her.
Yeah, she said that you made her make calls.
That's what gets you.